Mewtwo to this day is still one of the most powerful and mysterious Pokemon in the Pokemon universe. And in today's video, I'm on a quest to acquire every single Mewtwo Pokemon card, or else I lose my Crown Zenith treasure chest. Over 100 booster packs of Crown Zenith, and right now that equates to over $1,000 worth of Crown Zenith. In the last episode, we started with some Mewtwo cards of our own, and after what we picked up at both of the days of Collectacon Atlanta, we were able to acquire 69 total cards. There are a total of 112 Mewtwo cards between the playable English versions and then the Japanese exclusives that we do not have art for in the English Pokemon game. And now we have added all the Mewtwo cards to our new XXL Vault X binder, aka Mini Chad, inspired by this guy, Pat Flynn, who you all might know as Deep Pocket Monster, even Short Pocket Monster.
Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
He was also the one who inspired me to embark on this challenge, so let's not let him down.
All right, guys, so we're gonna go into Charlie's Collectible Show. They have a weekend convention here for part 2. Still a lot of cards that we're missing. We are missing a ton of big cards, so let's get inside, see what we can find. All right, so the first booth we're stopping at is Gamers Daycare, because Ed actually already has stuff waiting for us. He knew we were doing the challenge. This is, guys, this is Ed that runs Gamers Daycare. So if you guys look, he knew that we were doing the challenge. We're struggling with Mewtwo V Union. This is actually the copy from the Battle Academy with the stamp at the bottom, and then also the Halloween Mewtwo. So getting all 3 of these from Ed. Dude, Ed, I appreciate you too, seriously. And guys, check him out also on Instagram. Gamers Daycare on Instagram, guys. Make sure you guys give them a follow, helping us out with the challenge. Super awesome, again, with the Mewtwo haul.
All right, so we picked up 6 total cards at our first stop, 4 of which make up the Mewtwo V Union. That is huge because this one I thought I was going to have to buy the sealed product for, and then also the Mewtwo from the Battle Academies were a little bit tougher to find too. I didn't think I'd see these out here. You noticed a little stamp down there. That means it was from the Battle Academy. And then obviously the Halloween one, I didn't think we'd have any trouble picking those up, but it was still nice to pick it all up on the first stop of the day.
All right, now we're going to Snorlax Surf Shop. They got a lot of singles and stuff out here, or sealed product actually. Sealed product out here. You guys can see plenty, but then they have a corridor with plushes, lots of plush, like wall to wall, everywhere over here. And then in the case, a lot of vintage. Let's see if they have any of the Mewtwo cards that we need in the case, and I think I see something. Ooh, okay, so we actually need, I think this is the next Destinies that we need, the full art. And then they also have the breakthrough full art that we still need too. So we're gonna see if we can check these out, see if we can make a deal on these. So condition doesn't matter for the challenge as long as we got all of them.
All right, so not only did we get the ones out of the case, but I was also going through a box of bulk EXs and GXs, and we found 2 more Mewtwo's. So picking up the full art, the 2 from the breakthrough set, and then also the full art from Next Destiny. So that is 4 more off of our list for today, bringing us up to 79 total cards.
Also, we got a gift sent to us by Mel and Yvette. So we're gonna open this up and see what's inside before I get too far with the challenge, because I hope I didn't pick up any cards that they sent us to the channel. So let's see what's inside. Oh, all right. So we got, no way. Guys, look, so look at this. So this is a Sun and Moon promo. So you got this if you bought Shining Legends, like a 2-pack blister. That's what these were in. This was actually one of the ones we needed too. We got both of the vending series. Dude, you guys are crazy. What are you doing? So we got both vending series Mewtwo's. That is awesome. So now we're only missing like 2 Japanese exclusives. And then we got, is this Legendary? Legendary Treasures regular holo. So now we only need the reverse holo. So we got 4 from them. That is insane. You guys are crazy. Thank you so much. Seriously, this is wild.
All right, so Melanie Vet, thank you so much. This was huge, picking up 4 cards, one of which was a holo from the Legendary Collection, which I hope we really don't have to bust open any of those packs, but this is going to be one that I think is going to be hard to find the other version of it. And then obviously the Sun and Moon promo Mew was really, really nice to pick up. And the 2 vending machine Mews, that's awesome.
All right, so we found a little trade spot here. So let's go ahead. We got Scott. We're going to be doing a trade. You guys see Misto in the chat. This is Scott. We're going to be doing a trade. He says he's got some more stuff. Oh, baby. Oh yeah, we got the jumbo. Now this isn't part of the challenge.
May as well be.
But my goodness, that is so cool. Of these 3, we actually just picked up the vending promo thanks to Melanie Vet, but then we also have 2 more Mewtwo's.
Unfortunately, some of the cards that Scott brought us we weren't able to use since we had them already, but we were still able to acquire 2 cards. And then this box topper, it's not part of the challenge, but I had to get it. Super iconic from the legendary collection of Pokemon, one of the oldest sets with the most amazing reverse holo cards. And there was actually different box toppers in these booster boxes, and this is just one of them, but it is definitely my favorite one. And with those 2 cards, that brings us up to 85 total cards now collected. So next we head over to Breaking Bangers, and I've been looking through all their binders, can't find anything, but in the final binder, I see the Level X Black Star promo Mewtwo. This is another one that I didn't think was going to be very easy to track down. It was a little priced higher than I wanted to pay for it, but we had to pick it up because I have not seen any of these as well, and we just can't pass up an opportunity on this trip. And after we pick up that Mewtwo, that brings our count now to 86 total Mewtwo cards. But before I can even finish making this deal, this is Dylan. Dylan is the Pikachu master. In this binder that he is showing me, he's trying to collect every single Pikachu card. That is insane. That's like well over 500 to 600 different variants of Pikachu, and he's going globally with that. So even all of the crazy variants in different languages. So more power to you, Dylan. Good luck on your journey. So next we head over to Encore Collectibles, and this is a friend of mine, Brian, that I've known for quite some time, and his wife, Rachel, that run this booth. I'm looking through their binders, and we actually find the Detective Pikachu Holo, another one that we don't need to open packs for because it's probably going to be harder to find in some of these bulk boxes. That was a huge pickup. Thank you so much, Brian. That was massive.
All right, so that's 18 already today. That is huge. There's a couple more booths here I want to see. This place is absolutely a madhouse right now with the weekend convention. It's really hard to get through here, so hopefully we can find some more stuff. But 18 off the board before we go to Miami is huge. That's absolutely huge.
Next, I stumble upon this binder with a bunch of old, and I mean old, reverse holo cards, and I'm really hoping to find the Holland Phantoms Delta Species Mewtwo's in here that we need, the electric types, because I don't have either of them yet, but unfortunately I didn't find any in this binder. So next we head over to Marquise's booth. He's got his laptop set up with all of his inventory here, so this is kind of on the other side of the convention center, and I'm gonna type in Mewtwo into the search bar here, and lo and behold, there are 2 cards here that aren't on our list. What is this Cracked Ice? So there's actually a Cracked Ice Mewtwo from both Unbroken Bonds and a Cracked Ice Mewtwo from Evolutions, and they both come in starter or theme decks, but at least he has them in stock, so we're going to pick them up. So now that brings our total to 114 total Mewtwo cards. Man, that could have been a disaster if we made it to the end and did not find these cards, but we were also able to pick up the Mewtwo GX from Detective Pikachu, and then we were also able to pick up the Mew V from Pokemon Go, giving us 4 more total Mewtwo's at this booth. All right, let's go ahead and get these into our Vault X binder and let the adventure continue on to the next booth and the next vendor. All right, so on our way out of the convention for the day, Marquise actually weighs me down and stops me, and he hands me a card, and it is actually the Mewtwo from the Classic Collection. Yeah, remember that big box that you guys were seeing last year with the 3 decks in the Classic Collection? This is one of the cards from inside of that we did not have yet, so a super awesome way to end the first leg of this trip. Marquise, thank you so much, brother. This is going to give us some awesome momentum going into Collectacon.
All right, so way better than expected before we go to Miami, but let's go ahead, get home, change, pack our bags, and head to Fort Lauderdale, Miami Collectacon, and see if we can knock out any more of this before we go to Card Party. All right, so we landed in Fort Lauderdale, and I'm actually riding around with Pete with Toto Deals and Grim Horizon in the building as well. So we're driving to the convention right now, stopping to get food. We're gonna grab food, and then we're gonna get to the convention center, and I am going to be opening up the gift that we got from Clutch, who sent something into the channel. So we're gonna open that as soon as we get to the convention because we cannot open it yet, and then we're gonna start our hunt for the day. Let's see how part 2 of this video goes. All right, so we are here. We are about to run inside. We got our badges already. Let's check out the inside of the convention. Let's go. All right, before we even get started for the day, we have to open up a gift from one of our mods, Clutch. So let's go ahead and open up and see what he sent here. We got Mewtwo. Now, I think we might have this one from Stellar already. Oh, reverse holo. Pokeball Mewtwo. Mewtwo from Crown Zenith. Yo, this is the SM14 that we needed. This is one of the ones we needed. I literally just talked to the person behind the camera, Grim, about this earlier today. I was like, this one might be tough to find, so yo, that is sick. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Black Star Mewtwo X. Now, we just picked this up at the last convention as part 1 of this video, but Clutch didn't know the part 1 of this video yet, but that is insane. This is so nice. And that was it, dude. So this is insane, dude. Thank you so much, and this is one of the ones that we actually need too, so sick.
That's 93 Mewtwo's collected and only 21 remaining. All right, now since we have 2 of these Mewtwo's, I'm gonna be giving one of them away to you at home. I'm gonna be taking the one from Clutch, putting it into our binder, and giving away the other one. So to enter the giveaway, all you gotta do is make sure you are subscribed to the channel, hit that like button, turn the bells on for notifications, but most importantly, leave a comment down below in the comment section and let me know what your favorite Mewtwo card is of all time. All right, so we got our first Mewtwo going into the binder for the second leg of our trip, and I think this was one of the tough ones we were gonna be able to find, so thank you, Clutch, again for sending this in.
All right, so also we need to sell some cards first, so we need some extra money for today, so we need cash, so we're gonna try to sell all this, and this is basically a bunch of illustration rares, full arts, trainer galleries, things like this. So we're gonna try to go through, sell this whole stack. All right, guys, so I'm with Pokestash. So they are going to take the collection that we were getting rid of, the illustration rares and things like that. We're taking 80% on the 1040, so around $800, $830. Guys, make sure you check out Pokestash on all the socials, Instagram, and all.
Whatnot. They got Whatnot.
That's what's up. All right, guys, check them out. Pokestash, helping us out, start the challenge today. All right, Mewtwo, come on. We didn't find Mewtwo's today. Mewtwo, where are you? Where are you, Mewtwo?
All right, so next we head over to the Troll and Toad booth, and the first thing I see when I look down is the Mewtwo and Mew GX from Unified Minds. So we already have the rainbow version of this. We just need the full art, and this is a huge pickup. We talk them down to $60 in cash, and we get it into the binder for our following pickup of the day. But right after this, actually, we went over to the Evolve Collectibles booth, and I found a Japanese exclusive, but it's a black label, so unfortunately, I cannot pick this up.
All right, so the first booth picking up one of our cards is pretty solid, and then obviously that black label 10. I wanted to pick that up, but obviously we're cracking it open for the binder, so I can't do that. I don't know. I think I'd get roasted on the internet for ever cracking open a black label card. So we're definitely not going to be doing that today. So let's see if we can find anything else. We still got a lot of cards to find. Long day ahead of us.
All right, after stopping in a couple booths, we end up at All Around Retro, and man, they had some bangers in the case, but I spy a Team Rocket Returns Mewtwo EX, one of the ones I thought we were going to have a hard time finding, and there's no price tag on it, so I'm afraid to see what it looks like. If it's in really good condition, it's probably going to be expensive, and it looks really, really clean. We were actually able to get this card for just $700. And right now, near mint, this card is over $1,000. So I know I'd say just $700, but that was a really good deal. And I didn't want to pass on it, even though it's early in the day, because I just don't know how many of these I'm going to see, since anything Team Rocket right now is just disappearing from cases. Bringing our account to 95 Mewtwo's and only 19 remaining in the challenge. And then we go over to Lord Rush Collectibles to see Ryan. He actually says, hey, I think I have one for you right here. And it was actually the reverse holo Mewtwo from Legend Maker. I didn't think I was going to find that one today either. So the reverse holos to me, I think are going to be one of the biggest challenges of today. And next we make another friend. This is Elliot. He's helping us out with the Mewtwo holo from Expedition, hooking us up for $140. This was very played on the back, but it looked very, very good on the front. It's going to make its way into binder. Make sure you guys go check out Elliot on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and post his socials here as well.
All right, guys, that puts us at 97 cards with 17 cards remaining. Now, obviously, the cards from Destined Rivals coming up, that's not included in this total, so our total amount of Mewtwo cards needed is going to go up based upon all the different variants that come out in that set. We already know that a promo is in the set, a regular EX, so we got a handful of one of those we're going to have to pick up. But man, 97 collected. Today's been huge. We picked up a lot of big ones today, too, the Expeditions and the Team Rocket Returns Mewtwo. That one's going to be super hard to find, but now these Delta Species Mewtwo's are going to be tough. Hopefully we can find at least one of them here.
All right, so now we head over to SoFlo Retro Games, and we found one of the cards I didn't think we were going to find early on, the Staff Evolutions promo, and the price tag says $650, but after a quick price check, we found it was around $300, which we did a straight trade with the 3 cards you see here, including the Charizard from 151, so we're picking up the Staff Mewtwo from Evolutions. They say the deal is good, but you know what that means.
All right, it's time to crack the Staff Mewtwo.
All right, so it's out of the slab and we go right into the binder with it. Wow, that is absolutely huge. Look at all of these artworks of the original Mewtwo. So that gives us 98 total collected with 16 remaining, and that was one that I thought we were gonna find dead last. All right, so next we go to Dacula, and we're looking through their bulk bins here. They're alphabetically spaced, and I find a Mewtwo non-holo from Unbroken Bonds, which is huge. And then over on the other side, I find the Mewtwo non-holo from Brilliant Stars, and they actually gifted this to us for the challenge. So guys, make sure you check out Claude's cards. I love these guys. They were so nice. Thank you all so much. This is huge, getting these into the binder. That knocks 2 more off of our list, crossing the 100 Mewtwo's collected mark with only 14 left.
All right, that was clutch, actually, getting those 2 uncommons and commons. That was super cool from Dacula, dude. Thank you guys so much, and thank you so much for gifting those to the channel. But I think it's time to get some food. We've checked out most of the booths, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to find too much more. There's a handful of spaces that were too busy, so I'm gonna check back to them after we go eat. So let's go ahead and grab some food, and then we'll be right back.
All right, now we got some food in us. We head up to Level Up, one of the booths I couldn't make it to before, and I found a reverse holo Delta Species Mewtwo from Holland Phantoms for only $15. Thanks, Level Up Games, bringing our total to 101 Mewtwo's with only 12 left.
I have asked so many vendors for this card this week, and I legit did not think that I was going to find it. I actually wasn't gonna go anywhere. If you guys look behind me, I'm back all the way towards the back side, and I couldn't get here earlier because there was a signing over here. So I came to Level Up, and this was the last booth that I'm going to for today, and this is a huge pickup because I still feel like these Delta Species ones are gonna be the hardest ones for us to find, so this was huge. All right, then we were also told to go check out this booth because they have some vintage stuff over here, some old vintage cards, and some binders. No way. They have the non-holo. They have the non-holo Mewtwo. So we picked up both. That is insane.
All right, so I actually didn't get the name of this booth, but getting that non-holo Holland Phantoms Mewtwo, wow, say that 10 times fast. But getting that one, the 2 Delta Species, leaving 1 more Delta Species, the reverse holo from the actual Delta Species set with the stamp left. So we just got to go over to Pete over at Toto Deals and say goodbye to them for the day. And let's see, because I think he said he had something for us as well.
What's up, dude?
Good to see you, bro.
All right, so like, look, day 2's winding down. We met in Atlanta. We became friends. I know you're doing a Mewtwo challenge. And for your Mewtwo challenge, I got a little donation.
Jesus.
Hopefully you need them.
Guys, Pokey Pete, let's see if these are ones we needed, or did we screw up and get these at the beginning of the trip? I should have came to you first. I'm staying with you guys this weekend. I didn't come to you first, okay?
It's an end of the day thing, you know? We have to wind down together.
All right, let's see.
It's nothing special.
Ooh, hold on. This is, though. So, we got the Mewtwo V. Oh, God, what else is in here? Got Play Stamp Mewtwo V. Nope, bro, what the hell? Seriously, though? Wait a second, do we need this? Hold on. No, it's the other one. So we got 3 new cards.
Look at that.
From Pokey Pete at Toto Deals. Bro, how sick is that though that we didn't pick these up for, like we came to him last.
Meant to be?
And we didn't pick these up during the trip.
It's just meant to be.
That's insane.
That's it, it's meant to be.
Dude, seriously, appreciate you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, man.
I can't wait to see the finished
Sick.
product of the card party.
That's gonna be fun.
And after that gift from Pete, that brings us to a grand total of 105 Mewtwo's collected with only 9 remaining.
All right, guys, so that's a wrap. What a day. We crossed the 100 mark on the Mewtwo count. So I will see you guys at Card Party for the final episode. Super excited. It's going to come down to the wire. Still a lot of hard ones to get. These reverse holos are going to be tough. I'll see you guys on the next episode.